IELTS speaking test. But the topic is job. Part 1. Number 1. Is English important in your chosen career?
Yes, it is, because I use English 90% at work for communicating.
Number 2. What do you hope to do in the future?
I hope I can inspire more students in learning English and find interesting media or teaching methods so that can trigger students' desire to learn English and they can love English to the fullest.
Number 3. Have you given anything you used to do in your free time?
Yes, I have. Seldom.
Number 4. Which other hobbies or sport would you like to try?
Bowling. Lately, I find bowling very interesting to be a new hobby.
Number 5. Do you share similar interests with your friends?
Yes, I do. Sometimes I share my similar interests with my close friend or work partner.
Part 2. Describe a job or a career that you have or hope to have. You should say what the job is, what it involves, and why you choose it. Then explain why it is rewarding.
I am an English teacher. I work at Practical Education Center course or PEC course. The majority students I teach are from elementary school. I chose this job because match my interest, my passion, and it's wonderful to see students developing and learning English.
Part 3. Number 1. What do most people consider as the most important aspect in choosing a job or a career?
The most important aspect in choosing job or career for most people is salary. But in my case, the most aspect in choosing job is this job is fits my personality, interest, and passion because it can be make me enjoy and happy to work every day. It can be grow my skill and bring me to the better person in every day.
Number 2. In the modern life, do you think people have the tendency to overwork, and why?
Yes, in the modern life, people are overworking. Based on current survey, many companies make their employees overwork until they sacrifice their sleep time with motivation to change the world.
How could the problems of overworking be avoided?
Some time ago, the internet was shocked by the news of Microsoft Japan demanding of employees only work 4 days a week. The work rules are simple. Employees will work 4 days a week while still being 5 paid days of work. So they have 3 days off. It turned out to the experiment produced by this company was quite successful. Within 1 month, the company's productive increased by 40% and expenses fell by 23%. Employees are happy because they can take longer holidays, and the company is happy because they can earn more. This surprising news, perhaps because Japanese society is synonymous with its workaholic culture. In fact, many companies in many countries have implemented a 4 day 1 week for work system. And every time this happens, there always seems to be news about the new benefit of this system. Also, There are also articles characterizing this system, but I very agree with this system.
Number four. At what age do you think people should retire from work and why?
In my opinion, people should retire from work at 50 years old because when we are 50 years old, our ability to work and think begin decrease, not as active as before the age of 50.
And the last, number five. What further change in the ways people work do you think we will see in the future?
This pandemic changes working world a lot, especially lockdown system. This system make every activity we can do from home by online, and that make the majority of people feel stressed, and the most people will choose a workplace that is comfortable, safe, and not make us self stress. Competitive company in the future will make working place that comfortable, safe, and not make us stress. IELTS speaking test. Entertainment 2, Part 1. Do you like watching films or movie?
Yes, I like watching movie because I think movie is very interesting and easy to learn some things from the movie.
What kinds of film do you enjoy?
I like many kinds of films, like educations movie, romance movie, fantasy movie, or actions movie.
Do you prefer watching film at home or at the cinema?
I prefer and I like watching movie at home because if at home we just stay in front of laptop or televisions and we just lying around with my pillow and then my bed.
Is it easy to get a cinema where you live?
Um, if I want get to cinema, I must come to many miles kill away and I must go to the city first and it is so far from my home. So I think and it is difficult for me.
How often do you watch films or go to the cinema?
I never go to cinema because I dislike with cinema and I think cinema just make me sleepy when I'm there and I think more expensive. So I more like watch in movie in laptop or in televisions.
Have you seen any good films recently?
I have seen good film before because I like watching movie before and also many good movie that I can see and film maybe in the past movie is more good than now movie.
Has your taste in film changed as you've got older?
Yes, when I get older, I more tends prefer film that I like. I more like uh, that's film that make me educations give educations and then give solution problems and also give the educations action.
Part 2. Describe a film you found interesting. You should say what you saw this film, why you decided to see this film, and what happened in the film, and explain what you found this film interesting.
Okay. At the Islamic boarding school, I saw the horror and action movie and the title Tash. At the first, I saw in TikToks and snippet of the Tash film appear on For Your Page. From there, I look at it son and was curious about what happened in this film. And this film tells a story of a psychopathic grandfather who has a specially desire to turn humans into the seal. Because the older brother felt guilty turns the seal because the seal had been eaten by the grandfather. It was the seal that had helped him. For that, grandfather felt guilty for his actions.
Part 3. Is cinema a popular form of entertainment in your country?
In my country, cinema is very popular because a lot of the world of film is shown in cinema. But nowadays, the positions of cinema is shaped by youth.
How has the cinema experience changed in recent years?
At the end of these years, cinema have changed for many reasons, one of which is number of applications that compete with cinema, such as VTV, Netflix, and then few.
Do you think that films should always have an educational value?
I think all films must have educational value because nowadays education is the first key to improve the morals of nations' children.
Is it important for governments to support filmmaking in their countries?
Film is a work that should be recognized by the state. As government and as citizens, we must recognize and appreciate the work of the nation's children.
Do you think the internet has had a big impact on the entertainment industry?
I think the progress of the entertainment industry greatly affects the moral of the nations. With the advancement of the internet, we can access any entertainment industry.
In what ways do you think that entertainment media may develop in the future?
Entertainment media can develop through entertainment marketing. It can be through technology or the internet. For example, the development of YouTube media that is easy for use to access.
That's
That's
all.
all.
Thank you for your nice
Thank you for your nice
attention.
attention.
See you.
See you.